good workout today. We took yesterday off. We thought we were, just want to make sure our guys are fresh and frisky and ready to go on Tuesday when we play the ball game. And we'd had quite a few workouts ahead of time, so we just met yesterday. And then today is our last lift of the week prior to the ball game as well. And we came out and had really pretty much a normal practice. We did a lot of, great on great team, 7-on-7, and then did a lot of unit work and got a lot of the kicking game in as well. So it was a good practice for us today. Any questions?
Willie, there's been some obviously terrible news involving the fathers of a couple of your players on your team. Stephen Hutterson tweeted his news, and also Patrick Johnson. Can you just talk about that? Obviously, there's more important things, but what is their availability going to be for the game?
Well, I know Hud's definitely going to be playing, but hey, our heart goes out to both those guys. That's a tough situation, no matter what your age is. But in particular, when you're in college and you're going through everything that college guys are going through. So I feel for both Hud and Patrick's families. It's tough for them to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, I know Patrick's, it happened in New Orleans. Has he said, obviously totally unexpected?
Yeah, I think he's going to be coming back. The funeral's going to be tomorrow. I know that. And, these type of situations occur. All you can do is be supportive as you possibly can. And, there's more important things in football, right?
Cam Samples also hadn't been practicing, but he's out there. Is he gonna be ready for the game?
Yeah, I think so. He just we're just being careful with him right now.
And the same thing with Cam Carroll too.
Yeah, I think those guys are going to be in good shape. We're just they're doing a lot of. They took a lot of unit and. Our focus reps at the beginning of practice did a bunch of individual today, but we're just being careful with them and the team banging stuff.
And then you guys officially announced Chris Hampton today. Just talk about your decision on that and how much you like having him back on your staff.
Well, we're excited about having Chris back. He's does a great job with our student athletes that are here currently. Excellent recruiter, really smart football coach, and we're just very, very happy to have him here. He's, obviously I know a lot about him, and I like the fact that also he went away someplace and learned some other things. I enjoy guys bringing new ideas. I think that's why I've been able to coach so long, is that I will adapt and improvise with the times and new ideas and things like that. But, we're excited to have Chris back.
Was he one of the first people you contacted, and how many people did you interview for that?
He's the one person I talked to.
Okay, so looked like the secondary play may have dropped off a little bit this year without him. Just how, obviously he's going to be your defensive coordinator now, but just what do you like best about him as a coach?
Oh, nowadays, it's really about a culture of the team and the players that you have. And then also recruiting is so vital and important. You ask the right questions, you get the right people in here. And then schematically, it's very, very important. And also, fundamental technique. And he's really good in all those different areas that I talked about. And, so that's what I'm excited about. He brings all that to the table and sees a lot. He's a really, great student in high school. And he was the student athlete of the year at South Carolina. He's a sharp dude, and and he can make real quick, decisive decisions. And we're just happy to have him back.
Can you make any changes before the bowl game, or is that going to be?
No, it's gonna be more. You're right. It's there's some things organizationally, but Mike Moots is going to call the game for us defensively. Mike's been with us a long time, knows exactly what we're doing. He's got experience calling defenses at some other places that we've been at. we're also promoting Mike to run game coordinator defensively. So that's we're doing some things differently than we did when Hamp was here before, and we thought this was the best solution.
Go ahead.
Coach, how will the defense change under Hampton?
I think being able to play both man and zone, there's some ideas that he wants to bring as far as how you call it and what you work on, and probably the biggest thing is just I'm going to wait and see. I try to give a lot of flexibility to our coordinators, and because they're the ones calling it, they're the ones spending. I'm up here working 80, 90 hours a week, and these guys are up here working 80, 90 hours a week just on their side of the ball. And I give them a lot of flexibility, and we haven't gotten wholesale into it because of the bowl game, but we have talked about some things that he'd like to change.
So will it still be four-man front, Coach? Or?
We run a lot of odd front, three-man front, and then we'll also get into four-man front as well. So we do both, and we're going to continue to do both. I think there's a place in this game nowadays to be able to do both.
How about how the offense will be run on Tuesday, Coach? Can you talk about that?
Chip's going to call it. He's got a lot of experience calling it. What he's run is very similar to what we've been running. We actually were able to get him in there a few days earlier as well. And so he's been playing catch up because there is some differences in terminology. But he feels the big thing about it is, when you're learning the whole playbook, it's this big, but what you're going to run in the game is actually going to be here. And Chip feels really good about that because we talked about that, 4 or 5 days ago as well. Hey, if we need to, we can do this differently and have someone else call it. But he feels very comfortable doing it, so that's how we're going to go.
It's been chilly weather this week, not Boise chilly weather, but chilly weather. Did that help at all? Kind of getting ready for the conditions you're going to face in that game.
Oh, I don't know. I just think you get out there and you play the ball game, and it's going to be a little chilly on Tuesday, but I played in a lot colder games than we're going to experience on Tuesday. I remember going up to Montana State, and wind chill was like minus, I don't know what it was, minus 17. It was incredible. But our guys came out and played their tails off and won the ball game. Then we played the next week, and it was cold as all get out against Eastern Washington. So, that's not going to bother us in the least.
Any other questions for Coach Fritz?
Coach, with this being your third straight appearance in a bowl game, what would you credit that to from a program standpoint?
Well, we the thing that I think our guys have done is we've fought through a lot of adversity. Now, I'd rather not have to do that and get where you're bowl eligible at the end of the year. That's not our goal, but I do recognize that our guys have continued to keep battling and fighting throughout the season. We needed to get that last win against Memphis. That was a big game for us to get, and we got it, and made us bowl eligible. I know this season was a little bit different, but if we hadn't have got to 6, we weren't going to take a game. So proud of the guys, fighting through all that.
And then when you look at Nevada's offense, just how explosive it is, what position group or what exactly about them has you the most concerned heading into this bowl game?
Well, they got a really good quarterback and a really nice set of wide receivers. Number 7's an excellent receiver for them. They're going to take some shots down the football field, and with our style, we're going to have to win some of those 50-50s and put them in second and long and in those kind of situations. So that's the big one. It's just them taking shots down the football field and us being able to make plays on the ball. It's going to be big for us, and it's not just the DB. It's also getting pressure on the quarterback, making him throw it a split second earlier than he wanted to, or a split second later, and now you got some good pressure on him.
Anything else for Coach Fritz?
All right, thank you guys.